The footage used in this video is owned entirely by the copyright holders. I claim no ownership of the music, footage, and characters used in this video. Please support the creators. Subaraya Productions by watching all the series that Muruchi appeared in. The stats of the giant fish monster Muruchi. The stats are that its height is 48 meters, weighing 10,000 metric tons. Its tail length is 50 meters. Its origin is underground, and the original Muruchi has two powers, heat ray and burrowing. There are 3 iterations of Muruchi in the Ultraman franchise. The original Muruchi, the second generation Muruchi, and Zoa Muruchi. Muruchi has 7 appearances in the Ultraman franchise. He appeared in Return of Ultraman, Ultraman Ace, Ultraman Mebius, Ultra Galaxy Mega Monster Battle, Ultra Galaxy Legends, the Ultraman Ginga Battle Royal Theater Special, and Ultraman Ginga Era. The original Muruchi only appeared in his debut show Return of Ultraman along with alien mates. Let's get to the stats of the second generation of the Kaiju. Muruchi returns in the next Ultraman series, Ultraman Ace. The stats are basically the same for the second generation of Muruchi. Except for one thing, Muruchi 2 doesn't have its heat ray attack like its first generation counterpart. Instead, it creates a smokescreen. Muruchi has allies for a brief period with Doragori and Alien Metron Jr. This alliance became short-lived, and then one of the most gruesome deaths in Ultraman history occurred. Now time for its other form, Zoa Muruchi. In Ultraman Mebius, Muruchi returned with an alien mates, and have been created by the alien mates. The stats are still the same, but with more major changes. Its origin is now planet mates in Ultraman Mebius, and in Ultra Galaxy Mega Monster Battle, it is planet Boris. Zoa's attack is 800, defense is 800, and speed is 700. Zoa Muruchi appears in Ultraman Mebius, Ultra Galaxy Series, Ultra Galaxy Legends, Ultraman Ginga Theater Special, and having its final appearance in Ultraman Ginga Era. Now that its stats are done, let's get to the on-screen history of Muruchi. Muruchi's debut episode is in the 33rd episode of Return of Ultraman. The episode begins with a kid being chased by Muruchi in the rain. The kid falls down and yells for his dad to help. Then out of nowhere, an alien mates came and sealed Muruchi into the ground. Muruchi wouldn't appear until the end of the episode. The alien mates is the kid's dad, and he is also an alien mates. After the death of the alien mates, it caused the seal to be undone, which caused Muruchi to escape cause mayhem. Hideki Go was hesitant to transform into Ultraman Jack because of the innocent alien mates being killed by the villagers. He allows Muruchi to cause havoc to the village due to the murder of the alien mates. However, the captain, Ryu Ibuki, persuaded him to join the fight. While all of this was happening, Muruchi was rampaging through the village with the villagers pleading for help. Eventually, Muruchi turned away and headed for the city. We would be back onto Muruchi in the city, causing havoc. Luckily, Hideki Go transformed into Ultraman Jack and immediately starting attacking the Kaiju. There would be a long fight with little to no cuts in between. From time and time, Muruchi and Ultraman Jack traded blows with each other while having the upper hands a couple of times. Eventually, after having a long fight, Ultraman Jack threw Muruchi to the ground, and after struggling with it, he picked up Muruchi and threw him into a nearby fire and finished Muruchi off with his spacium beam. We wouldn't have to wait for Muruchi's next appearance for that long, because Muruchi would appear in the next Ultraman series, Ultraman Ace. However, in a very graphic and tragic way. Let's get to the reason why its next appearance is remembered as one of the most gruesome moments in Ultraman history. In the middle of Ultraman Ace's battle with Alien Metron Jr. and Doragori, a smokescreen appeared not too far from them. It then revealed it was the second generation of Muruchi. Muruchi joined in the battle and made it a 3 versus 1. This team-up would be a great struggle for Ultraman Ace. However, Ultraman Ace was able to make the team start fighting each other. Muruchi tried to ram into Ultraman Ace, but Ace dodged and made Muruchi ram into Doragori instead. Doragori didn't take kindly to this and started attacking him. Doragori would slam Muruchi, and then one of the most gruesome scenes in Ultraman history happened. Warning: this next scene will contain violence and gore. If you wish to skip this part, then click on the time skip and click into the next appearance for Muruchi. Warning has been advised. Let's get back to it. Doragori would proceed to rip Muruchi's jaw clean off while he roars in pain. While Muruchi is in pain, Doragori would proceed to also rip his right leg clean off, now ending the life of the second generation of Muruchi. This appearance is horrific in all levels. Luckily, Muruchi would get redemption after getting this awful treatment with a new form, new abilities, and plenty of more appearances. Let's get to Muruchi's other form, Zoa Muruchi. An alien mates named Bio, which is revealed to be the son of the original alien mates, has returned to avenge his father. He has created an enhanced version of Muruchi called Zoa Muruchi. Bio's ship was holding Zoa Muruchi until Bio unleashed Zoa Muruchi to destroy the nearby city. Bio would go on to explain that Zoa Muruchi was created as the embodiment of hatred towards the humans. Ryu would try to convince Bio to call back Zoa Muruchi. Bio refused and reviled that Zoa Muruchi is tuned into his own emotions. Killing Bio would only infuriate Zoa Muruchi even more. While all of this was happening, Zoa Muruchi was battling Ultraman Mebius, which started to fight Zoa Muruchi once Bio unleashed him. Zoa Muruchi would get the upper hand multiple times and would not let Mebius a moment to recover. During the battle, a school principal came to Bio to tell her a story about the adopted child of the original alien mates, Ryo Sakuma. The kid in the beginning of the Muruchi episode in the Return of Ultraman series. The story was about Ryo still searching for the alien mates' ship to finish the negotiations of his father and to visit planet mates. Ryo inspired her to become a principal to inspire children to be brave, to talk to people from far distances. This would make Bio see his mistakes, but he couldn't forgive what happened to his father. He asked Mebius to destroy the embodiment of his hatred to mankind, to end his hatred towards people of Earth. In the midst of this, Ultraman Mebius and Zoa Muruchi were still fighting. Then it started to rain. They continued to fight in the rain. They both would trade blows with each other until Mebius was able to lift up Zoa Muruchi and slam him to the ground. Once Zoa Muruchi got back up, they started to fight again. Listening to Bio's request, Mebius made quick work to Zoa Muruchi. Zoa Muruchi would shoot his energy beam right at Ultraman Mebius. However, it did nothing to him. Mebius would then use his Mebium shoot and destroyed Zoa Muruchi, not before Zoa Muruchi let out one more hateful cry, ending the suffering alien mates Bio had gone through. This wouldn't be the end for the Kaiju. He would return multiple times in the next era of the Ultraman franchise. The Ultra Galaxy era. Let's get to his next two appearances. In the 9th episode of Ultra Galaxy Mega Monster Battle, after crash landing in the ocean, Zap Spacey encounters a Zoa Muruchi that is a native in planet Boris. The protagonist Ray was going to send out a Kaiju. Oki, a member of the group, thought he was going to send out Gamora, but he sent out Eleking instead due to his underwater adaptability. Ray then ordered Eleking to attack Zoa Muruchi. He charged at Zoa Muruchi, which made it react the same towards Eleking. Zoa Muruchi would jump and ram into King, starting the fight. They would then go on to have a long fight, trading blows and hits to each other. Zoa Muruchi would bite King's arm, causing great pain to King. King would luckily free himself from the bite and proceed to knee Zoa Muruchi's stomach and continue to fight. He would get the upper hand and be able to throw Zoa Muruchi to the ground. Once Muruchi got back up, King would charge at it and grab Zoa Muruchi to use his King Collider attack on it. Zoa Muruchi would screech in pain from getting electrocuted, but it would free itself for the attack. Zoa Muruchi would shoot its energy beam attack right at King multiple times. Unfortunately, some of those beams would ricochet off of King and hit near the Space Pendragon, that is at the edge of a big cliff. Ray would tell King to finish the battle before any more damage is done. King would ram into Zoa Muruchi and would start getting the upper hand against it. King would connect hits to Zoa Muruchi, even drop kicking him. Zoa Muruchi would have enough and shoot his energy beam at King again. However, this time King would defend himself by shooting his light blade attack back at it. Both attacks collided and nobody ended up hurt by either attacks. King would launch his tail and wrap around Zoa Muruchi for his electric discharge attack with her tail. This attack would end up working for him. After King unwrapped Zoa Muruchi, it would let out one last cry before falling back onto the ground and exploding. This wouldn't be the last time Zoa Muruchi would be used during this era. Let's get to his theatrical appearance. Zoa Muruchi would make his theatrical debut in the Ultra Galaxy Legends movie. It would be a part of Ultraman Belial's 100 monster army with almost all kaijus that appeared in Ultraman Nexus show to the two previous Ultra Galaxy series. Zoa Muruchi would be one of the many spirits in the monster graveyard. After Ultraman Belial stole the plasma spark, he would revive his 100 monster army with his Giga Battlenizer. Zoa Muruchi would only appear a couple of times in the movie. Once Ultraman, Mebius, Ultra 7, and Ray made their way to the monster graveyard, Ultraman Belial unleashed his 100 monster army to attack the Ultras. Kaijus from both eras like Triant, Fire Golza, and of course, Zoa Muruchi. Zoa Muruchi would be shown fighting Gamora with a group of aliens and kaijus that include Telestin and Alien Temepperor. Gamora would shake them off. After Mebius shook off his group and killed Gromite, he would shoot his Mebium shoot to Zoa Muruchi and Gamora would shoot his Ultra Oscillation Ray to Ongras, killing both of them. Yeah, it would be a pretty underwhelming performance by Zoa Muruchi, but who can blame him? It's a film jam-packed by kaijus. It's difficult to have a moment if you're not the Shoplay Squad or the non-Belial Army kaijus. Zoa Muruchi would be absent for about 5 years. It would not appear in any of the Ultraman Zero projects right after Ultra Galaxy Legends. However, it would appear in 2 Ultraman Ginga projects, the second Ultraman Ginga Theater Special and the sequel to the first Ginga series, Ultraman Ginga Era. Let's get to Zoa Muruchi's final 2 appearances and the reason for its absence. After being absent for about 5 years, Zoa Muruchi returned in the second Ultraman Ginga movie special. He was the second monster to be ult-lived by the live pad, and being the first by Hikaru Rado. Zoa Muruchi appeared and first fought Doragori. This might have been a nod to Muruchi II and the original Doragori. Luckily, it wasn't as brutal as the OG fight. Doragori would immediately knock Muruchi down. Zoa Muruchi would get back up and with an ult-lived Zeton, would get defeated by one slash of a Zamshir's katana. This wouldn't be Zoa Muruchi's final appearance. It would be in the next mainline Ultraman series, Ultraman Ginga Era. Let's get to its final appearance. Zoa Muruchi returned in the 12th episode of Ultraman Ginga Era, where he was monslived by alien Guts Vorse to attack Chigusa Kuno and alien Metron Jace. Jace grew into monster size, but before he can strike, Muruchi fired his energy beam at him and he was struck down. Luckily, Jace had company to assist him. Ultraman Ginga and Victory arrived to the scene and started to fight with Jace to take down Zoa Muruchi. It was proven to be a difficult battle for the three because of Muruchi/Vorse's determination to hurt Jace. They would all try their best to take down Muruchi, but it was too difficult. Most of the battle was Muruchi being able to have the upper hand for most of the battle, determined to attack alien Metron Jace. After a long fight, Zoa Muruchi was about to hit Jace with his energy beam to possibly defeat him. However, Ginga hit his throat, making him not use the beam. Muruchi reacted to this by attacking both Ginga and Victory and victoriously getting them out of the way to knock down alien Metron Jace. After Jace was knocked down, Chigusa started singing, which encouraged Jace to get up and start dancing to it, just like in her concerts. This caused a distraction for Vorst/Zoa Muruchi, which allowed Ultraman Ginga and Victory to use their Victorium shoot and Gingastrium's Ultra Shot in a combination. This would prove to be successful, defeated Vorst/Zoa Muruchi. This would be the final appearance for Muruchi in the mainline Ultraman series. It would be modified to a brand new Kaiju for another Ultra series. It would get modified to the Kaiju, Magajappa for Ultraman Orb and 2 other appearances in Ultraman Taiga and Z as its normal from Majappa. Now with the reason for its absence and its final appearance, let's get to Muruchi merchandise. Just like any other Kaiju in the Ultraman franchise, Muruchi also has merchandise. Muruchi has 8 figures. Muruchi's first figure is from Poppy in 1978. It was a part of the King Zorus toy line. Instead of the blue coloring, the figure is green and orange. Another Muruchi figure is a figure of the 2nd generation by Marmot. It has the classic blue coloring that Muruchi has. The next Muruchi merchandise is a Muruchi diorama that features the alien mate's father in the corner. This diorama was released in September of 2017. The next piece merchandise from Muruchi is 2 erasers. The first one is based of the original Muruchi, and the second erasers is based off the 2nd generation of Muruchi. The 6th piece of merchandise is a Muruchi X Plus figure. It is in the Ultra Large Monster series that was released on June 2020. The 7th piece of merchandise is a Bullmark figure that was released in 1972. It had the classic orange, yellow, and green look like most classic figures. The final piece of merchandise that I personally own myself is an Ultra Monster Series 500, number 38 Zoa Muruchi. This figure is a spark doll that was used in the Ultraman Ginga S series by an alien Guts. Thank you so much for tuning into the video. If you enjoy what you've seen, feel free to click the like button and subscribe to watch previous or upcoming Kaiju profiles. Also click the notification bell to never miss an upload and to be notified when I upload. Also check out my currently ongoing Ultraman, a Kaiju, and Alien Evolution videos in my YouTube shorts. With that being said, have a great day, night, and rest of the summer. Stay tuned for the next Kaiju profile.